What's up, guys? All right, we're back with another NBA AllStar Weekend video, and this time we're going to go through the 2022 schedule for this year, hosted in Cleveland, Ohio, which, if you don't know, fun fact, the 50th anniversary for the NBA was there, and they decided to bring it back for the 75th anniversary.
Makes
so naturally,
sense.
I'm curious if in 25 years the 100th one will be there. But you know, I wouldn't hate if they switched it up. You know, change is nice sometimes.
They'll be in Seattle.
But tradition is cool too. Ooh, that'd be sick.
Okay.
And the way we'll bring about it is we'll bring the schedule real quick, present it to you guys, and then we'll go through each individual event in order and give our thoughts and takes and what to look forward to for each event.
Love it.
And we got a special guest back in the house for this video, Cornell, who was on the Super Bowl video, and this time he wanted to speak on a couple events that stood out to him during the weekend. So let's just jump into it.
Nice.
Where we'll break down the schedule. And as you guys can see, so the event will be hosted from February 18th to the 20th, which is a nice switch from Valentine's Day weekend when it sometimes usually falls onto. And we're going to start it on Friday, February 18th at 7 p.m. We begin with the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, which will be on ESPN, which I think is an underrated event.
Super.
And at 9 p.m., we got the Clorox Rising Stars event on TNT, which I say event because it is not a game no more. It's a mini tournament with an added bonus game to the side called the Clutch Challenge. You guys can check out our videos. You guys can see over here where we explain the entire format as simple as possible. Then moving on, we got on Saturday, February 19th, at 11 a.m., the NBA All-Star Practice, which will be on NBA TV.
Talk about practice.
That was good. And then at 2 p.m., for the first time ever, we will have an NBA HBCU Classic where Morgan State will play Howard University, and that will be on NBA TV, TNT, and ESPN2.
Good.
And then the main event on Saturday will start at 8 p.m. The State Farm All-Star Saturday Night will be on TNT, with the first event beginning with the Taco Bell Skills Challenge. Then we move to the Mountain Dew 3-point contest, and lastly we got the AT&T Slam Dunk contest. So just know, for a lot of people, this is the event for the entire weekend, because you know, a lot of times the NBA stars kind of ease up on the All-Star Game,
Of course.
which we get on Sunday, February 20th at 12 p.m. beginning with the NBA Legends Awards, which will be on NBA TV. At 2 p.m., we get an NBA G League Next Gem game, which will also be on NBA TV, and that will be the G League Ignite versus the Cleveland Charge. And lastly, the event of the night and the event of the weekend, the 71st NBA All-Star Game at 8 p.m. on TNT and TBS, and that will close out the weekends, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? What I like about this weekend in particular compared to others, it's President's Day weekend, so that Sunday's going to feel like a Saturday night because the majority of people are not going to work.
And
Monday.
it would be nice to say if we got that on Super Bowl Monday as well. All right, let's start off with the Celebrity All-Star Game, which I'm telling you, it gets underrated because while we don't get a full list of A-listers and B-listers, because come on, you can't just ask for that for a whole ass game. No, we do get a couple, and then you got a couple of other ones, and you know, kind of mix it up.
They filled it up.
And then going through the list of celebrities, I'm gonna say this paragraph just because they describe everyone's career and industry they're in. So for those unaware, we start off Cleveland native and recording artist Machine Gun Kelly. Notice how they don't say rapper anymore.
Eminem took care of that.
Then we got rapper Jack Harlow, comedian Tiffany Haddish, actor and NBA India ambassador Ranveer Singh, Cleveland mayor Justin M. Bibb, Peloton instructor Alex Toussaint, and host, actress, athlete, and model Brittany Elena will make their celebrity game debuts, joining hip-hop rapper Quavo, who will return for his 5th celebrity game appearance. Man, he's a vet at this point.
Yeah, for real.
Additional players include Puerto Rican rapper / reggaeton artist Anuel AA, ABC's The Bachelor's Matt James, country music stars Kane Brown and Jimmy Allen, along with renowned athletes from the past and present, including Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, Las Vegas Aces forward Derica Hamby, Cleveland Cavaliers legends Boobie Gibson and Anderson Varejao, an Olympian and professional skateboarder, and Nigel Houston.
Your boy. Man. Okay. Yeah, man.
So real quick, Erwin, who do you look forward to most on this team? Because you already know who I'm looking forward to. Well, by the way, the game will tip off with a Ruffles Ridge 4-point shooting competition, where Ruffles and the NBA will donate $4,000 to support the Torgood Marshall College Fund for every shot made from behind the line. Minimum of $40,000.
Only 40? For me, I know my Latinos are gonna agree with me. I'm gonna go with Anuel. I'm wondering if he's gonna do better than Bad Bunny and his appearance.
That's true. He's not at my top of my list, but I'm glad you mentioned Bad Bunny because, like you said, all the fans will get this. It would have been awesome to see Benito and Anuel on the court in the same game on opposite teams because they got a little beef feud. I don't know what the hell it is going on. Yeah, and that would have been fun to witness.
It wouldn't be appreciated as much going on in Cleveland because, well, there's pockets of Hispanics.
TV viewers will appreciate it.
I get you. That'll make more sense if, like, shit, man. I mean, they do it in Miami or something like that.
Oh, damn. That would go crazy in Miami. Now, another duo or rivalry they could have brought up is Quavo versus Drake because they challenge each other on the court all the time when you see the clips.
Quavo versus J. Cole.
And, bro, bring back J. Cole now that he has a little bit of professional basketball experience. That'd be sick to witness. But Quavo can ball. Let's be honest. Quavo can ball. When I see those highlights, I'm like, okay, for like a regular dude, you can ball.
Yeah.
And out of all the rappers, probably one of the top tier ballers.
Absolutely.
And then I'm curious to see MGK's game. I'm not gonna lie. I don't expect him to be good, but maybe he'll surprise us. And how funny would it have been to see Eminem on the opposite side of the court?
Yeah, that would have been really cool. He would DNP himself real quick.
Jack Harlow, I actually look forward to see if he's got game or not because apparently he's got mad game with the girls on according to social media, and he's always sweated on Twitter. It is insane. Tiffany, she's mad funny. I'm curious to see if she got a little bit of game. Kane Brown, I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan, but he's got a couple songs that I actually really like. So let's see that.
All right.
And lastly, you already know Najee Houston. If you guys don't know, I used to be full-time skateboarder back in middle school and high school.
And I was a full-time fanboy.
For real. And I grew up with Najee. So like, I did not expect him to be in the celebrity game. And I'm very curious to see if he's a top-tier skateboarder. He's legit one of, if not the best skateboarder now and for years. That's always debatable. And let's see if a little bit of those skills translate onto the court.
Let's see.
And yeah, he's got charisma and everything too. I mean, he's one. Just go check him out, guys. Please, if you guys are at all into skateboarding, well, not the culture, but just watching it, just YouTube him. And then let's transition over to the Rising Stars event, which this year will be a mini tournament of 3 games. You guys go check out, like I said, the format video. Again, here it is. Just a reminder. And there will be a separate thing called the Clutch Challenge with these, cool shots being made. But this is the roster separated into 4 teams. Not 2 teams anymore. Not Team USA versus Team World. Not rookie versus sophomores. 4 teams consisting of...
I thought it was freshmen versus sophomores.
Team Barry, Team Isaiah, Team Peyton, and Team Worthy. All right. Let's just switch back and forth. I'll start off with Barry. You go Isaiah. I'll say Peyton. You go Worthy. All right?
Gotcha. All right.
All right. Team Barry, we got Kay Cunningham, Dyson Daniels, Evan Mobley, Isaac Okoro, Alperen Sengun, Jason Tate, and Franz Wagner. To me, I think that might be my early favorite.
Oh, no. If you think that's your favorite, wait till we see this one. We got a super team right over here. We got Precious Achua, Desmond Bain, Sadiq Bey, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, our boy, Jaden Hardy, and Isaiah Stewart.
And then Team Peyton, we got another one. I don't know if is he our boy yet or is just my boy?
That's your boy.
Oh, okay. My boy LaMelo Ball, part of the boys crew. Then we got Scotty Barnes, Ayo Dosunmo, Chris Duarte, Scoot Henderson, Bones Highland, Jonathan Kaminga, Jaden McDaniels, and Davion Mitchell. Mitchell.
Team Warrior, we got Cole Anthony, Marjon B. Champ. Here comes my boy, Josh Giddey. Jalen Green, not my boy. That is my boy, Josh Giddey. Jalen Green, Herbert Jones, Tyrese Maxey, and Jalen Suggs.
I'm not going to lie. They did a good job of separating it. Just so you guys know, it'll be Team A versus Team B, then Team C versus Team D. And then the winner of each game will play each other for... And remember, it's not timed anymore. This time will be a final score, kind of like a pickup game.
Yeah. Should be interesting. I like this format.
I think I'm going Team Barry to win it, bro.
Oh,
And
shit.
I don't really have anyone I'm really rooting for, because I'm not gonna lie, in terms of like a lot of the rookies and sophomores, it's pretty evenly split in terms of like, you know.
I mean, yeah, it is. But I mean, come on.
It's like fan, because you know I'm high on LaMelo, especially on his trajectory, and it's like when I'm looking at LaMelo's team, I'm like, bro, I fucks with it, but these other teams, overall, I'm gonna have to go with someone else.
I'm just keeping it very short, man. Desmond Bain, he's the Robin to Ja. You got Saddiq Bey, Anthony Edwards, and Isaiah Stewart, who can knock you out. You know, that's a super team.
No, I feel. I look forward to Cunningham, Okoro, and Wagner killing it, and Dyson too. Mobley, but bro, you sleeping. But hey, this is the Rising Stars, and unlike a lot of prior years, these past 4 or 5 years, we have been getting legit rising stars. The draft has been immense with talent, and we're getting a bunch of young players that have bright futures, and the NBA honestly is in good hands after a bunch of our current big ass stars retire, like LeBron, Curry, Harden, KD, everyone. You guys know who I'm talking about. Everybody in their mid-30s and stuff. Of course. So, yeah.
I think it's great what the NBA is trying to do with the NBA HBCU Classic. I know for sure, just right off the top of my head, Morgan State and Howard, these are great schools, great HBCUs, but in terms of basketball, they don't get the exposure like these D1 schools get. You think of Duke, Carolina, Virginia, Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, Baylor, UCLA, all these D1 schools, they're getting most of the exposure. You know, they're the big names, D1, larger attendance, so it's just natural. Obviously, they get that scene. They had more of those players, but when it comes to this HBCU, it just brings in that culture that obviously is Black History Month. So the fact that they're doing all of this, I think it's great. It makes a lot of sense, and I just appreciate that the NBA is actually doing this. And it'll be fun. These players, student athletes, will get a chance to interact maybe with some NBA players, and it just will shine that light with that HBCU scene. And so I'm definitely excited to see what they're able to do and how that's going to all roll out. It's on TNT, NBA TV, ESPN2. So I'm hoping that people actually tune in and watch, and hopefully, those 4 and 5 star recruits in high school that are looking to go to school somewhere, maybe they'll consider going to HBCU. And I think that's what the NBA wants to do. They want to make it all inclusive for everyone. Obviously there's still those big D1 schools that will be, king and be the beast in that college scene. But for the most part, there's a trend right now that these young high school students are looking at HBCUs, and those 4 or 5 stars are actually looking at it. Think of Deion Sanders switching it over to football. It's only natural. But, you think of Deion Sanders, his son is at a HBCU, and now they're starting to recruit these 4 and 5 star athletes. Deion Sanders being the coach there is really, bringing in those athletes. And what's to say that now Morgan State, Howard being in this part of the NBA AllStar Weekend, you never know. Now you have big names going to HBCUs that are now eventually going to be NBA players. This can bring a whole new culture, and I think it's smart, and I think they know what they're doing.
All right, he killed it with that take. And Erwin, you got a fun fact for us?
Oh man, I didn't know you were a mind reader. Yes, I do actually, man. So Howard University, as of last year, they had Marcoux Maker, which is a 5-star recruit. I did hear about this. Yeah. He was the first 5-star recruit to commit to a historically black university or college since 2007, I believe. That's pretty damn good.
That's pretty damn long. Hopefully, it's something that
he inspires others to do the same thing, and it becomes no more normalized, and it doesn't become such breaking news.
And ESPN. Hopefully, these smaller universities also get another eye looking at them. Looking at you, FIU.
It's happening in football with prime time. Deion Sanders, man, he got not 1 but 2 highly recruits in football for Jackson State, another historically black college and university in the football, thing like that.
That's true.
So hey, right. Little by little.
Next we got the State Farm All-Star Saturday night. Let's start off with the Taco Bell Skills Challenge, where again, they decided to try a new format that features 4 events. And you guys can see the team right here. We got Team Cavs, Team Rooks, Team Antetokounmpos, Team Rooks consisting of Scotty Barnes, Kate Cunningham, Josh Giddey, And then Team Cavs, we got Jarrett Allen, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley. And then lastly, Team Antetokounmpos, where we got Giannis, Alex, and Thanasis Antetokounmpo, all brothers. If you guys don't know, and that's
how'd you know?
And yeah, this event, low key, could be really, really, really dope, depending on how things turns out. The 4-round competition will test shooting, passing, dribbling, abilities, and that's how the first 3 rounds will be. The first round will be the shooting one, round 2 will be passing, and round 3 will be the relay. And which the relay is basically like how the old format of the skills challenge has been, where they consist of everything. You guys can see all the text over here on the screen. And then the final round will just consist of the final 2 teams, and it's a little BS. It's just more fun and games where it's a half-court shot, which, come on, that's
good, man. I mean, it doesn't have to be that serious.
Yeah, that's true. It is All-Star Weekend.
It's All-Star break.
And that's right. And I think Team Cavs is gonna take it, bro. I think Team Cavs is gonna take it.
Look, obviously I want Team Cavs. I'm gonna be cheering for them because
you're gonna be cheering for them.
I'm gonna be cheering for them. Yeah, man. Even though I like Giannis a lot, man. He's one of my favorite superstars in the NBA.
Giannis too. Darius Garland been balling.
Yeah.
Jarrett Allen, I've been a fan of him since the Nets, and he's balling now. Got his All-Star coronation.
He got that golden fro. But okay.
Then you got Cunningham and Giddey and Barnes on the other squad.
I'm gonna go with the Rooks, man. The Rooks, they're gonna have that fire.
I'm gonna say the Antetokounmpo brothers. No. Maybe they'll surprise us. They got a 2-time MVP, which shout out to that 2-time MVP for showing up. Because a lot of times, they win champions. Yeah. They got Finals MVP. They got 2 regular season MVPs. Their star power is a little too big for a skills challenge, but not Giannis. Giannis like, I'm about this. And he brought his blood brothers with him.
Yeah, man.
That's fresh.
I love that, man. He always keeps it. Always keeps it real.
If you guys don't know, Alex isn't even on an NBA team right now.
Not yet.
He's on the Raptors 905. So
not yet.
He's like, yo, Adam, I'm bringing up my boy. I don't care. My bro's coming. He's on an NBA team. Who cares?
Who cares, man? He did that speed dial.
Yeah, he's got that LeBron power now.
For real. He might be the next face in the NBA. Who knows?
We made a video about that. Check that out.
I'm going to go with Team Rooks, man, because, based on everything I'm seeing here on the rules, these guys can do a little bit of everything, man. Cade, Scotty, and Giddey. Especially Giddey, man. What is it, like a walking triple-double? I'm going to go with those guys, man. I think they could win it.
I can see it. And, Rooks always feel like they got something to prove.
Yep.
Better exposure for them because, they've just been in the league for 1 or 2 years.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. And then next, arguably the most hyped event of the night because the way that the game is played now and the star power, guys. The 3-point contest. You already know.
Yeah.
This. All right, let's go through this because this is serious. We start off with CJ McCollum, which now is on the New Orleans Pelicans.
Sure, that's not a typo?
I know, right? It's so weird.
Even the graphic shows this part. Not even they knew that was going to happen, man. It was that.
Facts. And then we got Trae Young, Zach LaVine, Desmond Bane, Karl Anthony Towns, Fred VanVleet, Luke Kennard, and Patty Mills, all snipers in their own right. Bro, I don't even know who could take it this year, honestly.
I want the homegrown Luke Kennard to be able to win it, actually, because they're from Ohio. Actually, no.
I'd be cool with VanVleet, underdog. Look how far he's come. He's a long shot.
Yeah.
And then Levine, he's on my boys' crew. And I just think it'd be really cool to have someone who wins the 3-point contest and the dunk contest. Like I don't know if we've had one of those before. Gotta look into that.
Not sure, man. It just speaks about his game, man. Super smooth.
I think it'd be cool for McCollum because after that trade, win something, put a little shine.
Yeah, and I like to see that in NBA Twitter. Like McCollum wins and Dame, he's like, "Yo, congrats to my boy." Then all NBA Twitter's going, "Oh, he's going to the Pelicans."
That's true. And then Trey's like the most obvious answer because it's Trey, known for the 3-point arc.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna be like Steph. Like Steph Curry participated in the contest and he didn't win until later. So I happened to trade. Yeah. And then Loki, I like Kennard as a pick too. Cat, all the troubles he's been through, it'd be cool if he wins.
Yeah, man, he lost.
And then Patty Mills, I like Patty. I've always liked Patty. He's a San Antonio grown guy. He's got a coach under one of the greatest coaches. You can see the way he plays.
I've been a fan of him since he played college ball in St. Mary's.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, man.
Like
For real, yeah.
And then, shout out to Patty Mills. Maybe, Australian to Australian with Ben Simmons, he can kind of communicate and get through Ben Simmons to break through and perform for the Nets, like, really well.
No.
We'll see.
Definitely not.
Who you got winning this? Like, who you got? Now, who you got? I'm going to say right now, Levine's taking it. Yeah. You know what? I'll go with Levine. It's between Van Fleet or Levine for me.
I'm gonna go with like I said, man. I want CJ McCollum or Kennard, but CJ McCollum. That way, Dane could be like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And then we start seeing like those Photoshop like things, like
jerseys and stuff. Yeah. All right, guys, and then lastly, we ended with the slam dunk contest, which used to be the most hyped event for All-Star Weekend, or at least Saturdays.
Yeah.
But with the way the game has changed, and also the star power for the dunk contest has weakened until Ja comes one day. I'm calling that right now. He will be in the dunk contest one year.
Yeah. Okay.
And this year we got Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano Anderson, Obi Toppin, and Jalen Green, with Toppin being a runner-up last year, returning this year. And this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. You guys already know how the dunk contest goes. I don't really have a favorite, but who I think is going to win it is Obi Toppin.
I think it's gonna be Toscano Anderson, man. Looking at some of his highlights, you might guys see him right over here on the video. Like, look,
he's got some crazy highlights.
I know, but Toscano, man, man, like if there was like a level of like above Hall of Famer, like in 2K,
yeah,
Toscano will probably be one of the first guys, man. That guy just posterizes like nasty.
No, I feel you.
Like
It's
like I feel it from looking over here. I'm like, damn. I'm like,
I got Obi because, like, bro, you're not gonna come back to a contest for the second time and not win it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he would do it if he wasn't. He's gonna come with something. I feel like there's got to be something in his bag that he's gonna bring out. Like, hey, coming back again because I'm gonna win it this time. And like last year, I feel like he has some underrated dunks and performances. Like, he comes with height, like vertical. Power, strength of his dunks, and he's a little flexible with it, man. He arches. He's got it. And New York, the Knicks time, bro. He's gonna put New York, the Big Apple, on for that night.
At least for that night, they'll have something to smile about. There's been no smiling,
not this year. Unlike last season, not this season.
I'm like, unless you ask the Nets, man. I'm like, that meltdown a couple nights ago when the Nets broke their losing streak was the Knicks. Ooh.
No, I feel you.
Can't sleep on Cole Anthony either, man. In high school, man, this guy was probably like one of the top dunkers in the nation. So can't sleep on that.
But I'll sleep on him. I don't know. Jalen Green with those dunks, I feel like he could be the underdog in my opinion, or the dark horse.
You never know. We'll see.
Then let's go to the last night of the weekend. Legends Awards. That's gonna be dope. Yeah. That's the only thing you can get tickets for, actually.
Oh shit! There's gotta be something you can get tickets for.
Right. The G League Next Gen game. That's where they're gonna put on display a lot of potential players that may show up on your team in these upcoming years. So if you want to be ahead of the game, check that out.
Well, especially with the Ignite, that's the squad that usually for high prospects in high school, high level prospects, instead of going to the NCAA or overseas, they decide to stay in the G League. And we're gonna see what's up with them.
That's true. And then lastly, the events of the night and the weekend, the 71st NBA All-Star Game, where you will see a couple notable faces missing, but a bunch of other guys showing up. And yeah, this is gonna be fun. There's a couple questions like, is Team LeBron gonna stay undefeated? Because it's crazy to think that he's remained undefeated. I actually think he will, because KD's been missing more players than him. But KD also has this guy named John Moran on his squad, which I'm glad he got an early pick from KD, and because I feel like it's a stamp of approval, and as someone that's been a fan of his for a while, and I've been trying to put him on. I think.
But y'all in the comments trying to put him down.
Yo, for real, trying to drag his name.
Yeah, chill.
I think Ja is gonna gun for All-Star MVP, man. That's my hot take. I think he's gonna gun for it, and I think he's gonna go win it, because he's already in the real MVP conversation. And it's like, why not? Ja's got that mentality too, that mama mentality, that Jordan mentality, where like he's like Giannis. He'll probably take the All-Star game more serious than not, especially compared to the other players. And he plays like that every game, period. So in the All-Star game, and it's his first one, and this has been like Ja's season. This has been Ja's coming out season in terms of like massive exposure in mainstream media. and I feel like, hey, why not top it off on the 75th anniversary All-Star Weekend? First time appearance in the All-Star starters, and yeah, I don't know. Just watch out. Obviously, his team has to win, but
that'd be quite an upset, man. If that does happen, man. Because no disrespect to Ja, but LeBron killed it on who he drafted on his squad, man.
No, he always does. He always does. Which sometimes I'm wonder, like, is the other player, like, whether it's like KD or Steph, like, do they just like, like they purposely Giannis too. Giannis would be like the most. I feel like he purposely would choose like these very underrated. He would say it too, and I'm like, bro, I want to see a balanced good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Even though I know they're not gonna take it super serious, but they do take it a little serious.
It's not super serious for them, and
yeah. The best one has still been the first one.
It could be
Steph's team where it came down to like that last couple seconds and minute.
It could, yeah, I get you. It could be as simple as, man, you're gonna pick the people that you fuck with, man, and like, the people that they fuck with, or
that's true. That's true.
As that, man. What we're thinking.
I mean, we did notice that this year when Harden got class.
Yeah, that was cracking.
That was great, and that was the prime example of why after the first year this happened and the draft didn't get televised, we were like, the draft should be televised. There's gonna be some moments we want to see like that, and this year, a couple years later, we finally got that big moment where like, oh
man,
KD is why we
KD was visibly upset. He was like pissed off.
It's like pickup game on steroids, like, especially when you're in high school class, and like that was fun to see.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we'll see. I'm also very excited to see how Cleveland celebrates the 75th anniversary, how they go all out. The halftime show is gonna be cool too. I'm excited for it all, and that about wraps it up, guys. That's the schedule. That's our takes on all these events. Actually, leave in the comments down below, which event do you most look forward to? For me, honestly, I think the celebrity game is super underrated.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the Rising Star has tremendously upped on my priority of watching because of, like I mentioned earlier, all the young stars the NBA has been getting lately.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're definitely going to hold the future of the NBA. And then 3-point contest and slam dunk contest. Skills challenge to me is also underrated. But honestly, in these last couple of years, the All-Star Game, for me personally, has been one of the like events that I'm like a little more. Do I watch it? Yes, but I just wish they took it a little more serious, just a little.
I'm actually looking forward to the Rising Stars, especially with the rule changes.
Oh, with the new format.
That new format.
The clutch challenge. That iconic chart is gonna be fun to watch.
I'm telling you, man. I brought this up in the previous video, man. But if any of these guys make like these the nostalgia that's gonna kick in when they make like those clutch shots and they bring in the highlights from what happened. I don't know.
Oh yeah, on
like
YouTube especially.
Some crazy ass stuff. Not even YouTube, man. They'll probably have some highlights.
I don't think they're gonna put it
in the NBA. I think they will, man. NBA 75th. I think they're gonna pull all the stuff.
You're talking about like side by side. They're gonna put it on display, but I don't think they're gonna put it on side by side, bro. It's really hard to do in the green room, like when you're like
we're in 2022, baby. It can happen, man. We're in the metaverse. It can happen, man. Yeah, either way, guys. Appreciate all the love and the hate.
And stay tuned. We will recap every event every night for the All-Star Weekend. Even Saturday. Everyone's having a party, but I think we'll go to the side and we'll record on our phones real quick our reaction of all the All Saturday events.
You guys already know Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all podcast streaming platforms. We'll catch you guys soon. For now,
take care.